The myth of Aquarius, the water bearer, is one that embodies themes of transformation, divine favor, and the balance between the heavens and the earth. Aquarius is one of the 12 zodiac constellations and represents a young man pouring water from a vessel, symbolizing the pouring out of blessings, life, and renewal. While the myth surrounding Aquarius may not be as widely known as some other constellations, it holds a deep connection to themes of change and the gift of sustenance. The most well-known story associated with Aquarius is the myth of Ganymede, a beautiful young Trojan prince, whose tale is both one of love and divine elevation. According to the myth, Ganymede was the son of Tros, the king of Troy, and was renowned for his beauty. One day, as he was tending his flock of sheep on Mount Ida, the great god Zeus, the king of the gods, saw Ganymede and was struck by his youth and beauty. Enamored with the young prince, Zeus transformed himself into an eagle and swooped down to carry Ganymede away to Mount Olympus, where he would become the cupbearer to the gods. In many versions of the myth, Zeus took Ganymede not only because of his beauty but also because he desired someone who could serve the gods with the sacred drink of nectar. The young prince, once brought to Olympus, was granted eternal youth and immortality. Ganymede's role as the cupbearer of the gods was an important one, as it was believed that he would pour nectar for Zeus and the other Olympians during their feasts, ensuring their divine sustenance. In this context, Aquarius, the water bearer, symbolizes the act of providing nourishment, life, and refreshment to the gods and, by extension, to the world. However, Ganymede's story is not only one of divine favor but also of transformation. After Ganymede was taken to Olympus, he was immortalized by Zeus in the stars. In some versions of the myth, Zeus placed Ganymede among the constellations as Aquarius, the water bearer, so that he could continue to serve the gods for eternity. This transformation into a constellation speaks to the idea of divine elevation and eternal honor, reflecting how Ganymede's life, which began in humble circumstances, was forever changed by his encounter with the gods. It also symbolizes the idea that greatness can emerge from unexpected places, and even the most ordinary individuals can be touched by the divine. In the myth, the symbolism of water is particularly important. Water is often associated with life, purification, and renewal. The image of Ganymede pouring water from a vessel suggests not only the physical act of providing nourishment but also a deeper connection to life-giving forces. In many ancient cultures, water is seen as a symbol of fertility and abundance. By placing Ganymede in the role of the water-bearer, the myth speaks to the cyclical nature of life and the idea that sustaining forces, whether divine or human, are essential for the continuity of life. Another aspect of the Aquarius myth that is worth exploring is the relationship between Ganymede and the other gods. While Ganymede was often depicted as a youthful and handsome figure, he was also a symbol of harmony and service. His transformation into Aquarius represents a harmonious connection between the heavens and earth, a connection where the gods rely on mortals, not just for their beauty or strength, but for their service and sustenance. Ganymede's role as the cupbearer of the gods shows that the act of giving and nurturing is revered in both the mortal and divine worlds. Interestingly, the myth of Aquarius has parallels in various other cultures and traditions. In some versions, Aquarius is linked to the concept of waters of life, which are seen as purifying forces that cleanse and renew. The act of pouring water, or nectar, can also be seen as a metaphor for the dispensation of divine wisdom, as the gods were often thought to possess knowledge and insight that could be passed on to humanity. In this sense, Aquarius is not just a symbol of physical sustenance, but also a representation of spiritual nourishment. In a broader cosmic sense, Aquarius also represents a shift in the zodiac cycle, as it is traditionally associated with the Age of Aquarius, an astrological era thought to bring about great change and enlightenment. In this age, there is a focus on humanitarian ideals, technological advancement, and collective progress. Aquarius, as a water bearer, symbolizes the flow of knowledge and progress that will sustain humanity and guide it toward a brighter, more harmonious future. To sum up, the myth of Aquarius is rich with themes of divine favor, transformation, and the life-giving force of water. The story of Ganymede and his elevation to the heavens as the water-bearer illustrates the profound connection between the mortal and divine worlds, and it reminds us of the importance of nourishment, both physical and spiritual, in sustaining life. Aquarius is not merely a symbol of water, but a symbol of the eternal flow of life and knowledge, and the role each of us plays in sustaining the world around us. Whether through acts of service, divine favor, or the passing of wisdom, Aquarius reminds us that our lives are part of a larger, flowing cycle of renewal and transformation.